For the first time, the family of Charles Adair watched the last moments before he died while in the Wyandotte County jail. 50-year-old Adair died after an altercation in the jail. The state coroner's report says a detention officer knelt on his back. That detention officer, Richard Fatherly, is charged with second-degree murder but has never been arrested. KCTV5 investigative reporter Samantha Boring has been following this story. She was there after the family watched this video. Samantha, what is the family saying?
Lauren, devastating, brutal, and shocking. Just some of the words the family shared after seeing the body cam video for the first time. It's important to note here, though, that video has not been released publicly, but could eventually come out during court proceedings. Their attorneys say even in jail, humanity should be taken seriously. They still want to see Richard Fatherly held accountable for Charles Adair's death. As for the video, their attorneys feel the public should see it. His family says it was devastating, and they want to see transparency as this process continues.
We basically watched our loved one die. They knelt on his back until he was breathless.
A traffic violation shouldn't be a death sentence. The Adair family is here seeking accountability so that no other family has to suffer as they're suffering.
Now, we reached out to the district attorney's office and sheriff's office to see if there's any plan to release this video. Both are not commenting. The sheriff's office, though, did share it worked with its legal department to show the family and its attorneys the video. The family is also suing those agencies and Fatherly in federal court, but no hearing date has been set for that. As for the criminal case, Richard Fatherly is due back in court May 20th. Live in the newsroom, Samantha Boring, KCTV5 Investigates.
Samantha, thank you.